What I'm about to show you is one of my favorite dishes. It's filet of sole with orange and ginger sauce. Fish recently has become a big part of my diet, but one of the things that I like to do is to really make it taste great by creating wonderful dynamic sauces. So what I have here ready for you on the pan is a nice olive oil that I've added to the pan, extra virgin. We're going to add a little bit of white onions. We're going to give this sauté together with the white onions to give a flavor. What we're also going to do is add some ginger. Ginger is most interesting, and being careful in the amount that you put in, because if you put too much, it can completely overtake the taste of the sauce. Oh, orange zest. This is wonderful because what it does for us, it gives us the beginning, almost the seed of a plantation of flavor that we will build up attentively. In the past, you notice how aggressive I am in the building up of flavor, especially when it comes to garlic. Always like to cut it nice and thick. In this particular case, what I want is to have the garlic finely chopped. And you'll see exactly what I mean. As I have it in here, we added already puts out, oh, you cannot smell this, but trust me when I tell you, it is a wonderful aroma. The garlic will cook quite quickly. So what we're doing right now, we're bringing an interesting technique that usually takes long hours of reduction, cooking it with very high heat, bringing all the ingredients to soften together, and then later on we're going to reduce the sauce to perfection. Now a little bit of chopped parsley. What the parsley will do is going to bring the flavor down, and as it brings the flavor down also it mingles with all the other ingredients, giving us what we love. You notice that so far I've added no salt and no pepper. Do not forget about that. We will add it later once we finish up our sauce. Now, one of the things that I love the most is to add some sherry at this point, just to use it as a nice deglazing factor. And on high heat, we're going to cook this, bringing the sherry until the sherry almost glazes. We've increased the heat quite a bit. We want to have the sherry imbue, almost drunken, all of these little bits of flavor that we have in here. Once the sherry reduces by about half, we add the remaining part of the liquid. And what that is orange juice, very, very important, because obviously it's going to give the flavor to what we want, and chicken stock. And if you don't like to use chicken stock alone, since this is going to be something that will dress fish, use a mixture of chicken stock and fish stock, and you'll see exactly what a wonderful return it'll be. Now, we're going to let this cook until it comes to a boil. Once it reaches to a boil, then we'll reduce the heat and let it simmer. Now, while this is cooking, I want to show you exactly how to actually handle the fish. The fish that we use in this particular case is a filet of sole. Filet of sole is very easy fish to love. It's very tender, it's very easy in the sense it does not have a strong, powerful fish taste. I find that many people who are not accustomed to eat fish find certain type of fishes almost too fishy. Filet of sole is not one of those. But one of the things that I love about the filet of sole, it will give us the opportunity to actually trim it to size. So there you are. What you need to realize as you look at it is how much this filet tapers toward the end. And I want to lift this up to show you. See how thin this piece is? What I like to do is to almost sculpt, almost cut the filet of sole to a natural shape by using my own vision, which is one way in which I really get excited with matters because it allows me to give the filet the shape that I want. So look what I do. I go on the outside of it, and almost as if this was Mother Nature doing its thing, I cut at a bias. And as I cut at a bias, you will see this part of it going away. I do the same thing, a repetition, as if it was from here, and I cut at another bias. Now, what you're noticing is that suddenly I've given to it an interesting finish, something which is beautiful to the eye. Does it make the filet taste better? Absolutely not. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to prep the fish for the coating, because the coating is very important. As a matter of fact, we're going to fry in just a moment, but there are a couple of very important steps that we need to deal with. The most important part is to make the butter. Butter. You know, listen, I'm going to show you what it is. You'll see exactly. We start with some wonderful eggs. Together with that, a little bit of cream. Then flour. And what you want to do is to have a wonderful, powerful machine like this that can get you exactly where you want to in just a moment. You ready? Now, this butter is going to have a wonderful coating effect for the fish. But before we can get there, we need to have one more step, and I want to show you exactly what that is. So here we are. You didn't see me do this before, but when you were not looking, I did a couple of things. In here, I put some flour and some cornstarch. Now, it's very important when we do this to actually place the fish in there just like this, and then I'm going to put it in this other container in here, and now the mixture that I just made here, we're going to put it on top of it. So here we go. What this is going to do for us is going to create a wonderful, wonderful crust later on when we